sorry.
Welcome
The Hang-on-R just
to
crashed.
our
and I'm
Hang-on-R
hoping
today.
That
Aging is a
we
creative
can
renaissance.
resume where we
My
left
name
off.
is Kate
But I'm just going to
Livingstone
resume where we left off.
KateLivingstone.com.
So Julia is talking to Adam, and
ProPrescriptions.com,
Adam is being played
and author
by
of the Fair
Herb
Prescription
McCollum
series,
Jr.
and also
So Julia
creator
says,
of
there have been a few
the
times
Kate
when I felt
Livingstone
okay about
podcast,
how I
Fair
looked,
Prescriptions that
but I
rely
always
on
had issues
assumptions
coming
about
from
your
a poor
everyday
family.
reality.
I couldn't get sharp
My
clothes
guest
like
today
the
is
other
Herb
girls.
McCollum right
I
here,
had acne as a
Jr.,
teen. I
and
couldn't go to bars to meet
he
guys like the other
is
girls did, and it
84
led to
years
my
young.
chronic
He
low
has written several
self-esteem.
plays. He's also
Every
a
girl
writer.
from
He
high school
writes,
is married now,
writes
straight and
magazine
gay.
articles,
Everyone
and
but me.
probably as a
Women
writer, he
worry
writes
too
every
much.
day.
Maybe he's too
Has
tired
written
when
a
we
play
have shared
also
our
that has been
time
off
together.
Broadway called
We
The
live
Geezer
together,
Game.
but our shift
But
schedule
today,
keeps us up
Herb and I are going
like
to
we
read
live 8 time
do a
zones
play reading
apart.
of his play
Ever consider
called
a different
5
job?
Nights at Hunger and Thirst.
Don't you think I haven't thought about it? I'm a good
this
tailor.
is a play that
I
is
took a
sort
lot
of
of
an
instruction
act,
in it after
is
high
a
school.
play in process,
I always
would
had
say.
it at the back of my mind to own my
Well
own
put.
shop.
Yes.
I don't have
First,
the
I
money
want to
to
say
do
a
that.
few words about
Yet.
the negative, all
Maybe you and your
pervasive
boyfriend could work something
attitudes
out.
of aging.
Actually, I worry that I'm holding him
in
back
the
from his own
American
dreams.
belief system.
I've
that
tried
we
to
all are
talk him
aware
into
of, but
breaking up
often we
with me
don't-
at least 5 times,
You know,
and he
we're not
keeps saying,
conscious enough
"Are
to do
you
anything
crazy?"
about it.
And I'm
But
like,
the fact
I
is
guess.
that the brain
Good for
becomes more
He's
resilient with
amazing.
age.
He's so creative.
Memory
He's
is
super
twice that of a
weird, but he
younger
has a
person.
solid core
And the
of good
brain,
values.
if nurtured with
Good.
good diet,
Ever ask your
lots
parents
of
for help?
fluids,
I
exercise,
was poor because
positive
they were
thinking,
poor.
meditation
Anyway,
is
there were
probably
always a lot of
a
screaming
huge
and
one.
hostility at home.
That and
I
lots of
moved out and
laughter,
never
may
looked
I
back.
add.
I could never ask
The
my parents
brain
for a
will
thing. I love them,
constantly
but they were
regenerate.
very difficult for
So
a child
currently,
to
this
love.
is one statistic I really wanted to get
Right
out
after
there
high school, I went to
today.
work in a
There
hotel
are
in
actually
Reno for 5 years to
53
pay the bills.
centenarians
We
alive
got
in
a
America
lot of
today.
conventions, and the kitchen always
By the
needed
year
help.
2050,
I had to be there at 5:30 every morning,
there will
and I
be
had a 45-minute
600,000
commute.
people.
I was
100
getting burnt
years
out,
old
so I also was
or
enrolled
older.
in a community
And
college
that
to
means
become
in 2
LPN certified.
generations, 10
Are you going on
times
to become
as
a
many
registered nurse?
Americans will be.
No, I
100
love
years
the
of
folks
age.
I
Now,
take
it's
care of
about
as an
time we got our
LPN.
heads on straight
Any
about
little
aging
mothering I can
in
do, I'm
American
happy to do.
society. So
It
this
may
is the
be my
beginning.
only
I know a lot of
chance.
people in our
You want to be a
society,
mom,
you know,
don't
on the internet. There's a lot of
You
forward-thinking
found me
people
out.
who
You
are
have children? Are
taking
you a
the bull by
grandfather?
the
you? 2
horns.
sons.
And
My
what
grandkids
comes
are
to
mostly in
mind,
their
where I got
teens.
this statistic about the
They don't have much
centenarians,
time for
was
anyone
Dr.
old.
Christiane Northrup's new
I love
book called
children. They bring out the best of me.
Goddesses
I don't need a sign
Never
telling me to drive
Age.
slowly in a school
Cool
zone.
book.
I slow down so I can
So Herb and
just
I
so
will
I
be
can
reading
see the
Act 1 of his
kids.
play, 5
Guess you
Nights
don't have any
at
brothers or
Hunger
sisters.
and Thirst,
I
and
have a
afterwards
sister
we
who is
will
7
be
years older than me.
discussing.
It was like we were
We've
from
been
different
discussing it now
planets.
for about an hour,
You
so
have a
we'll just
boyfriend. That
continue
can be
the
handy if you desire
discussion
children.
as time goes on.
I'm
And
trying
I'm
to
just going
deal
to be
with
reading all
some
the
news.
parts. Herb will be reading
I went to a
the part
gynecologist and
that
learned I have
is
some
himself.
fibroids. I was told
That
I
person's
must
name
have
is Adam.
surgery. I
So
don't
we
have
will begin.
insurance. She said I could try to
So
have
right
children
now,
1 year after
we are
surgery.
in
Another year.
the
I've shed
interior
thousands
of
of
a
tears thinking that I
modern
won't be able to have
gastropub.
kids.
The rear of the bar
You're
extends from
going
upper
to go
stage
ahead with that,
right
aren't you? The surgery?
to
I
2/3
must.
of the way
I
across
really
to
want children.
middle stage.
It's all
left.
I think about
Windows
these
are
days.
across the upper
And I'm
stage
in my
wall with
mid-30s.
one
My
door
clock's
to the
running out.
outside upper stage
Some women have
left.
kids up to
An archway
40-something
is
now.
on upper
Yes,
stage
the
left
complications
wall,
for the
which
child
leads to
increase
the
with each
retail
year
shop.
added to the mother's
Another
delivery.
archway is at the lower stage
You got
left,
insurance.
leading to the bottle
Not
shop
yet.
and
I
the
found a
restrooms.
company that yet
All but
haven't
2
found a
adjacent
company
bar
yet that accepts
stools
a
are filled with
pre-existing
dressed torso
condition.
clothing.
You should look for a
Store
health
models
insurance
were
broker.
cut and mounted
That's what
life-size
Don told me, my
photos
boyfriend,
of
but I'm
customers.
scared.
Of
The
what?
empty seats can move around
The
as long
surgery
as the
scares me.
two
The money
principal
scares
characters are next to each other in the
Doesn't
scene.
your employer
Lighting
offer a
is
health
dim with
package?
mini
You work for a
spotlights on
hospital.
speaking
Not for
characters.
part-time
The
employees.
sounds of
I work a
recorded
30-hour
barber
a
chatter
week
begin with each
and
scene,
then
which
another
we will
20
not
at a
be
nursing
having those
I see.
audio effects today.
When I learned how much my
And which
surgery
rapidly
could cost,
fades as
I almost had a heart
conversation
attack.
begins. So as
Then get
curtain
insurance.
rises,
So far, all the insurance plans I've checked out say I have a pre-existing
Adam,
condition
clearly
and they won't pay for that. I
from
can't
the
afford
retail
surgery
shop
without
archway,
insurance. Without
walks to
surgery,
the
I'll have no
end of the
children. If I
bar
tell the
and
truth,
turns
I
to
can't
face
be
the
insured.
audience. Pin spotlight
There
on
must
Adam
be a way
early
for you yet.
evening.
Please call my friend And Spencer Jack,
I eat here every
insurance
day.
broker.
What's
Tell
your
him what
dinner?
you told me.
Sometimes
His
both.
office is on Alba.
A car horn.
Okay,
toots
so
a
Adam
rhythmic
walks to a
pattern.
vacant bar stool, sits
That's
facing
Liz,
audience.
my neighbor. I
There's
got
no
to go.
television
We
here,
food shop
so if you
together.
sit at the
Julie
bar,
grabs her
someone
coat
may
off
end
the
up talking
back
to
of
her.
the bar seat, slaps
try
money on
to
the bar, and
avoid
hurries to
that.
the upstage door,
I want
calling
to be
over
alone
her
now with
shoulder.
memories. Most people pick
Thanks
up
for
on that.
listening. I'm
Some
Julia.
don't. Good luck, Julia. I'm
Tyrone,
Adam.
late 20s, a tall
Zach comes
African American,
back. Saw
enters
you
from the
chatting
bottle
with
shop
Julia.
archway.
She's quite a
Pin
talker.
spotlight on
Yes,
Tyrone.
but she didn't annoy
He
me.
walks to the bar, scans
Nice
the
girl.
seating, and moves to the vacant
Beautiful
seat
eyes.
next to Adam. Mind if I sit here?
It's a free country.
Would you?
Just saw
Tyrone
the
pauses,
tab,
gives a
please.
long,
I
hard
saw that
look
you
at
know
Adam.
her.
Searches the bar
Yeah,
for another
she's here
seat.
2
He
or 3
catches
times
the
every
eye
week
of
about this
Zach,
time of day.
20s.
I never
The
noticed
bartender.
her before.
Tyrone,
Blackout.
I'll be back later. Zach.
Wednesday.
Okay. And
So that
Tyrone
was that Tuesday
turns
or
and
Monday?
exits the
That was
upstage
Tuesday.
door. Zach,
Mhm.
still
Wise
Adam.
evening.
I don't
Katie
get
tends
it.
the
There's
bar.
a seat right
Adam
there.
is seated,
What?
finishing his dinner
The guy you were
Katie
just
walks
talking
up
to, he left.
to pick up a bar
Didn't notice.
stool near where
What did
Adam
he
is
say to
seated.
you?
Katie,
He asked if he could sit
did
here.
you hear
I
that
told him
Isaac
it was okay.
Harvey
I
passed
wonder
on?
why he left.
Isaac Harvey, one of the
No,
regulars
I
here,
didn't say
retired
that, Ken.
attorney,
I said it's a
wonderful
free
man,
country.
wavy white hair, trimmed beard.
Well, I
He
think
knew
about
you.
it. That
What?
sounds pretty
Knew
smart.
me?
Yeah, he
Don't
said
worry
he felt
about it.
sorry for
He said
you
he'd be back.
about Betty and all.
Maybe. Isaac
He'll
Harvey.
be back.
Yeah, he sat right
Zach
next to you
leaves for the other end of the
several
bar.
times.
Juliet,
What happened?
early 30s,
He had
a
Hodgkin's
very
lymphoma.
attractive
Lymphoma
enters.
was
She
doing
goes to
okay
the
with
bar,
treatment.
stops by
But
the
cut
empty
his
seat
foot in a
beside
creek
Adam,
on something
pins
when fishing,
spotlights on
and then he got
Juliet.
an infection that
Pardon
spread
me,
too
sir.
fast.
Is this
And he
seat
knew me, you
taken?
said. No,
Well, he spoke
Thank
about
you. I
you,
hope
and
I'm
he
not
knew
proud of
Betty.
you.
no. I don't
I
remember
should
that.
know better than assume
maybe
there'd
he
be lots
asked
of
someone
seats
at the
just because it's
bar.
Tuesday.
No problem.
Zach, what can I bring you, Julia?
To at the other Roan
I'll
entrance
try an
from the
IPA, number
upstage
5,
entrance.
please.
He sees
How are
Adam,
you? The
drops
wife.
his shoulder
Over
with
the
a
cold?
sigh,
Zach.
and walks to
We're
Adam.
fine now. Thanks for
Spotlight
asking.
on
Zach
Tyrone.
leaves to fill the order.
Tyrone, is it okay if I sit here?
I'm beat.
Yes. Sit down,
My
please.
boyfriend works the 3 to 11
If talking
shift
to me
at
is a
the
problem, I'll be
hospital.
quiet.
I'm already
I'm sorry.
tired, and I work the
It's
11 to 7
okay.
tonight.
I've
I'll
become
get
a
back home looking like I
semi-reclusive
crawled
now.
out of a gutter,
I'm
and he'll
Tyrone.
just be getting
Adam.
up looking like Captain America.
How long has this
Women
place
worry
been
too
here?
much.
I'm an
About 2
LPN. We
years.
call ourselves
The
low-paid.
town seems a lot
nobodies.
different now.
Katie
Your boyfriend
returns to
one?
take Tyrone's
No,
order.
he
works in the lab.
Hi,
He
Hunter.
still
You
looks
here
good
for
coming
dinner or
off
just
his
something to
shift.
drink? Tyrone,
Women worry too much.
I see you have
I
Belgian
know. I look different than all the
Saison.
other girls at
Katie,
school.
one
That sort of
number
thing
9
sticks
coming
with you.
up.
No boys wanted to date me
Adam.
ever.
This town has changed. You have the
More
same
things
sort
here
of
for
eyes my
young
wife
people.
now. Lovely.
I was
Well,
born
some guys
here. I went
react
away
to any
school
woman no matter how they
4
look.
years.
Yeah, even I get cat
This
calls.
is my first time
Whenever
back.
a man gives me a compliment,
7
I
years?
tend to discount it.
Didn't want
Huh.
to.
Ouch.
It was a hassle at home. I can't remember
Oh, there
when
have
it
been a few
wasn't
times
bad
when I felt okay
until
about how I look.
my
I always
mother's
had issues
separation
coming from
before the
family.
divorce.
I
As
couldn't
far
get
back
sharp
as I can
clothes like the
remember,
other
they were
girls. I
combative.
had
They didn't
acne
get
as a
along.
teen.
I was aware of the dysfunction during my elementary school years. From that point through high school, we moved a lot the whole time they were separated, getting divorced and shared custody. He shakes his head sadly. Custody, that was a whole thing of its own. I wanted to go to college. My father couldn't figure out why. He never gave me any encouragement. He was an asshole.
Your dad paid your tuition. I'd call that encouragement.
Not a dime. He disappeared for a few weeks, then stumble home and disrupt our lives for a few more weeks, then disappear again.
Your mom help out?
She tried. She really did. She made a lot of bad choices in her life, and my dad was one of them.
Who paid for college?
I got some athletic scholarships.
Oh,
I was in track. I was on relay teams. Not one in my neighborhood nor in my home encouraged me, just my track coach and a few teachers.
I never knew track could pay for college.
It didn't, but it helped, and not right away, as I was a walk-on. Katie, here you are, darling. If you need anything else, just let me know. No, thank you. This is great. You okay, Adam?
I'm good.
Tyrone. I tried sprints, but there was this Asian kid who beat me every time. I was no good on hurdles either, but in time I showed I could be a consistent anchor on the relay squad and then get some scholarships.
You did track in high school.
Yes, my high school coach was the one who pushed me to college.
So he taught the technique for relays.
I learned a lot more than technique in high school and college. I learned there were other ways to live a life than the way I was brought up.
Hmm.
Let me just try something. When I was on team, we got to know one another. We learned to work together, to trust one another, to become a family. When you get to really understand each other, to learn what's going on in each other's lives, you have some empathy with one another. We have each other's back.
Mom or dad ever see you run?
That didn't happen. It would have been nice.
Huh.
I had a choice to make about my dad, and I decided he was expendable. When I became a man, I told him I wasn't going to see him again. He just laughed.
What was your major?
Psychology.
Are you going to be a therapist?
I'm not sure yet. That takes at least another year, and I already owe college loans.
A lot?
I have over a $30,000 student loan debt. I learned how to apply for grants and loans. I took some advanced placement classes in high school and did okay. That's what gave me the idea about going back to college. I stuck to it. I need to be a somebody.
So what else can you do?
I write a bit, had some stuff published.
What did you write?
I did editorials for the school paper, wrote a few short stories, some poetry.
Tough way to make a living. Have you thought of teaching writing?
Not seriously, I guess it could be a fallback career.
You don't sound very excited at that prospect.
I've studied hard to get this far, and I want to go farther.
Do what?
I don't know yet. I like learning. Ideally, I'd like to help more African American families become middle class.
How?
I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
It would seem you're not alone.
I keep thinking I should write about the problems we face in becoming middle class, something like that. Maybe it could help.
You're not going to tell me black people don't have a chance, are you?
Not entirely, but a part of me, yes.
But we have a black president, a black attorney general. Most major city mayors are black.
Paying for those offices, and they're rich. They're not middle class. An African American family living in inner city cannot realistically dream of becoming like them.
Why not?
Neighborhood culture.
What's that mean?
I'll give you an example. Do you live in town?
No, I'm in the suburbs.
You have a nice lawn?
Yeah, what's my lawn got to do with it?
Is your lawn full of dandelions, crab, grass, weeds?
Of course not. I spray or pull them out when they appear.
Why do you do that? All that time, energy, and money.
I'll introduce you to Sarah. She lives 2 doors away from me, and she'll give you a 30-minute lecture if a dandelion lives long enough to go to seed on your lawn.
Well, that's a part of your neighborhood culture. You have an unwritten law that says that no one in the block should allow a dandelion to thrive. Now look at where I came from. Herman has lost his only son in golf. He was stoned when arrested the last time and resisted arrest, so was roughed up by a white cop. He lost jobs 3 times, and his wife left after his second incarceration. So Herman isn't thrilled about improving his house, seeking a better job, or going for